And good evening and welcome. It's time for high school baseball. We are at Weslaco High School, and tonight it is going to be the Donna Redskins taking on the host Weslaco Panthers. They have played one game so far already, and that was a victory by Weslaco 13-4. It was Weslaco's first regular season game of the baseball season, and Donna, they've already played one other game, losing to Hidalgo 3-2, so now they are 0-2. Weslaco 1-0. And again, this will be a 7-inning game. We have just got underway. It's a 2-0 count on the leadoff batter for Donna. And now a 2-1 count. And leading off, it is the center fielder. And again, we're glad you're all aboard joining us. Salinas up there, Tristan Salinas. Wind up and the pitch, and that is a swinging strike. Again, we'll give the lineups as we have time. Vince Cavazos is the starting pitcher in this game for Weslaco. Just misses on the outside corner, 3-2. Glad to have all of you aboard tonight. Enjoyed some exciting basketball last night. Unfortunately, Weslaco on the short end of that game. We'll talk a little bit about that game as the evening progresses. And that is going to be a walk. So right away, first batter from Donna takes the count full and will get on. That will bring up the left fielder, number 3. And again, their numbers are a little bit different than on the roster with the uniforms they're wearing tonight. This is Luke Rodriguez. Beautiful night for baseball. Actually, just a beautiful day overall. Any day that's not freezing cold in my book is a beautiful day. And that ball will be fouled back. You hear it hit the top of the press box, maybe 0-1. Nice crowd out here tonight. Of course, baseball stadium here at Weslaco, right next door to the softball stadium where we were earlier this week. Saw the Lady Panthers victorious over Mercedes, 8-0. I believe they're playing tonight too. And of course behind us the football stadium. Count is even, 1-1. Coach of the Panthers. Been there a long time, done a great job. Eddie Cerna. Panthers, of course, purple and white. That's low. 2-1. Donna, of course, just down the road. Non-district game. Getting ready for the windup and the pitch. Just misses on the outside, 2-1. Appreciate everybody tuned in this evening. I know we had a big viewership last night for the basketball game. If you are one of them, we do appreciate that too. That ball will be hit to short and bobbled. Runner will go to third. So first two batters reach. Is that scored an error? All right, it is an error. That's the word from the official score. In my days when I worked in minor league baseball, I did argue with a few official scores, but no argument on that one. So runners on the corners with no outs. E6 was the error. And that will bring up now Eduardo Corral. He himself is a shortstop. Ball is fouled away. 0-1 is the count. Of course, the Panthers, 32-6A. Here's the windup and the pitch. Runner's going. Now the throw to the plate, and the ball goes out of the hands of the catcher. Runner will score. So 1-0. Redskins move ahead. Do we have an error on that play or not? All right. Against who, please? Catcher, all right. E2 on that play. Catcher not holding on. We're sitting right by the score here, so that's who we're talking to at times. Pop up. Out to first. So 1 away. Runner at third. Advanced on that error. All the way from first to third. And again, P3 on the last play. Catcher saves it from being a wild pitch. Nice job. Ball in the dirt. Stepping to the plate now is Flores. He is the pitcher. Ball low. Anthony Flores. 2-0 is the count. Ball tap foul down the left side past third base. 2-1. Head coach for the Redskins, Jaime Pena. Ball low. 3-1 count. Remember, the leadoff batter walked, eventually scored. 1-0. Scheduled 7-inning game. Swing and a miss, actually tipped back. 3-2. Full count, just like on the leadoff batter. Looking forward to a full season of baseball after a tough 2020. That ball will be fouled down past third base. Count remains 3-2. We'll have girls softball tomorrow at 6:30 on YouTube through KWES. Battle of the Weslaco schools, 6A versus 5A. Be the Lady Wildcats and Lady Panthers. Pitcher taking his time, gets the sign. And that ball over toward first. And once again, the second out also P3. Fly out to the first baseman. Next will be the catcher, number 10. It'll be Matthew Garza. Actually, excuse me, it'll be the designated hitter. And that is a ball. Jonathan Trejo. Again, runner still at third. Nice pitch. Gets the outside corner. Good placement, 1-1. Change up. Tap foul. A lot of pitches thrown in this opening half inning. I remember at least a couple of the batters going to full counts. See if that takes a toll later in the game on the pitcher. Wind up, pitch, tap down to third, foul ball. 1-2 the count. Redskins colors, similar to the Washington football team. A lot of tradition at the school. I think it was back, in the 60s? They won the only state football championship in the Valley. I know the other day, we'll talk about this in a minute, after this pitch outside, when we went to Laredo Martin for the girls' playoff game for the Lady Panthers. Laredo Martin, back in 1956, was the only boys team from Laredo ever to win a state championship in basketball, at least for boys in that city. That ball tapped into right field will bring in the runner. Placed it right in front of the right fielder, couldn't get to it. And so that will score the second run of the inning. Rodriguez will come in from third. So it's 2-0. Donna. Catcher going out, talking to his pitcher. Our catcher tonight, Izzy De Leon. A little different than the first game. Weslaco winning 14-3. So Donna now has scored in the top of the first as many runs as they have scored, at least in their opening game. They lost 3-2, I believe. And, of course, one away from as many as they scored earlier today, which was 3. 2 outs. First pitch. High fly. And it's out to left field. So on that play, a fly out. Leo Boganegra, third baseman. Third baseman flies out. And that is the end of the inning. In the inning, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, no one left on base. After a half inning of play, it's the Redskins 2 Panthers coming to bat. We will now come to the present, and we will begin the bottom of the first inning. Weslaco coming to bat. And leading off is going to be number 6, Jesse Gomez. He is our second baseman. And pitching tonight, Anthony Flores. So we get ready for the first pitch. And it's a swinging strike. Big cut taken that time by Gomez. All right. Second pitch is low. And actually, Gomez goes by the name Stone. So that's what we'll call him, Stone Gomez. Flores taking his time. Ball outside, gets away from the catcher, but no damage done, obviously. Nobody on base. When you sit from this angle and look at the football field, of course, you can see the home side real well, and you just see how impressive that stadium is. I had the opportunity now to do Weslaco Panthers and also a number of Weslaco East games over the past several years, but I've never really looked at the stadium from this angle, always from sitting on top. Big cut, fouled away. Count now is 2-2. Coming in, it was good to see the fans. And of course, we've heard them a lot here, even in the first half inning, cheering on their team. That ball down to short. Big throw to first, and by a couple strides gets the runner. So Gomez is out 6-3. And now Aaron Tamez will come up. Center fielder, senior. By the way, Stone, just a freshman, so that's impressive. We've seen on Weslaco on some of their sports programs, some of the freshmen definitely be contributors. Big swing. 0-1. Missed on the changeup. Another windy night, just like it was at the girls' softball game earlier this week. Wind up in the pitch. Another swing. A little more heat on that one. 0-2 is the count. Always where the pitcher likes to be. A lot of options on what you want to throw and where you want to throw to the plate. That outside, maybe wasted that one just to see if Tamez would go after a bad pitch. 1-2. I expect something maybe a little closer to the plate this time. Again, Flores taking his time. That ball just a little low. Count even at 2-2. Look like maybe some kind of curve, slide, or something like that. I'm not sure what his repertoire is. Timeout. Batter asks for time. Flores has taken a little while delivering his pitches, and possibly Tamez wanted to let him know that. That time, swing and a miss. So first strikeout. Tamez goes down swinging, and 2 quick outs. Next, we will have the shortstop, Chris Azares, a junior. Nice lighted field. Ball 1. We were mentioning when we did the girls softball game the other night, Weslaco always has really sharp uniforms, no matter what sport. I know during the basketball season, the teams got new uniforms in the middle of the year. Swinging strike. 1-1. I remember when they changed the numbers, Kennedy Villapando actually changed her number. I think it was like from 24 to 12 on the women's team. Slow roller to third. Fast runner. And he's going to be safe. Ball will get away from the first baseman. And he is going to get to second now, all the way to third, it looks like. So nice job there on the base paths for Cesares. I would assume that will be a single and an error on the first baseman. All right. So single and E3. With 2 outs, Panthers are 1 swing from making Donna's lead cutting their lead in half. Coming to bat will be the catcher. Izzy DeLeon, a senior. Catcher goes out, their catcher. Maybe trying to settle down their pitcher. What looked like it could have been the third out. Now puts the tying run at home plate. Turned out so far to be a competitive ball game. First pitch. Hits the outside corner, strike 1. Next pitch. Popped out of play. 0-2. Each team with 1 hit. That ball tapped down the third base side. Foul. 0-2. Of course, about to see all the major league camps open. Let's hope this season we have a season with some fans. Only time will tell. High and outside, 1-2. As you go to some major league games up in Houston, I think I only got to one baseball game last year. I happened to be in New Orleans doing some work covering, I think, some college and NBA ball, and got to see Tulane play on a Sunday afternoon, and I think that's the only baseball game I got to see in person during 2020. And that is going to be strike three, a swinging strikeout. So that will end the inning as DeLeon strikes out. 2 of the 3 outs were strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. So we have played 1 inning of play, and it's 2-0. Donna is now leading Weslaco.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
It's time for the top of the second inning. And coming to bat, first baseman. It'll be number 22, Jacob. That's going to be a swinging strike. Donna hoping they can be as fortunate with the bats as they were in the first inning, where they got off to a good start. Count now 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ball. And nice change up there, called strike 3. So 1 out. Off to a better start than in the first inning, where there was a walk. Coming up now, the right fielder. I believe this is going to be J.J. Pena. Strike. Next pitch, swinging strike. So, here in the second inning, some good news for Weslaco fans. From a pitching perspective, better control. And that's a swinging strike 3, definitely. Vince Cavazos looking strong out there. So quickly, 2 outs. That's got to be motivational for the team. We talk about motivational in other sports. We can talk about it in baseball too. Remember the other night in the girls' softball game, Kat Reyes had a bunch of strikeouts I think she had like 10 in 4 innings, and a couple times she struck out the side for the Lady Panthers when they beat Mercedes 8-0 earlier this week. That floated in there low, 1-1. Right fielder to bat. Pitch is high. Burkett. I believe his first name Jonah. Fouled out of play. Again, the ball will be fouled. Count is even at 2-2. A correction, Elias Lara at bat. Again, the second baseman. That'll be outside. So, after striking out the first 2 batters, Cavazos goes to a full count on this batter. Had a couple full counts on batters in the first inning. Did give up a walk, leadoff walk. And that is a swinging strike. So, strikes out the side. Nice job by Vince Cavazos here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played now an inning and a half, and it is Donna leading Weslaco 2-0. Panthers coming to bat.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
So we'll go now to the bottom of the second inning. And coming to bat for Weslaco, Dylan Garcia. Garcia, the third baseman, swings and misses on the first pitch. So 0-1 the count. Anthony Flores, starting pitcher in the second game for Donna, who lost the opener tonight, 13-4. They are 0-2. This is the season opener for the Panthers. They have played some scrimmages, but this is the official first game. Nips the outside corner, 0-2. Flores, a very patient pitcher, takes his time. I know earlier one of the Panthers stepped out of the batter's box, feeling maybe he took too long. Floats in there, and that is a called third strike. Change up. So, lots of strikeouts here in the game at this point. Glad to have you aboard. 1 out. Now at the plate, Troy Rodriguez. Swinging strike. That ball is low. Rodriguez playing first base. One and one the count. Pitch outside. Two and one the count. Three and one. And 1 out. I believe Flores so far 3 strikeouts in the game. That ball hit hard, but foul. Left side. 3-2 full count. Could be the first full count against Flores so far in the ball game here in the bottom of the second. We've seen Cavazos with 2 or 3 full counts, but so far he's only walked 1 for the Panthers. And swing strike. Went after some high heat. So, next batter will be the left fielder, Jake Burkett. He's a senior. Oh, and 1 the count. A lot of accuracy by our pitchers, not afraid either one to challenge the hitters. That, though, will be a ball. A 1-1. Last night, of course, glad to see our umpiring crew here. Last night, our basketball game was delayed 45 minutes due to the fact the referees got delayed coming out of Houston. I guess traffic problems. That's not uncommon in Houston for sure. And that's a high fly. Left fielder runs, and he drops it. So Burkett will get to second base. So some good news. That will be an error. We're just waiting to see. E7. And let's see if the Panthers can capitalize. Zeke Rodriguez coming up. Right fielder. Excuse me, designated hitter. Designated hitter. He can also play infielder pitch. He's a senior. I know each team has at least a couple errors. Wynn played some tricks with the ball the other night in the Lady Panthers game. And although they weren't errors, I know the right fielder for Mercedes misplayed a couple of the balls, but again, it's tough out there with swirling winds, especially early in the season. Called strike one. Have the lights also on the football stadium tonight, so plenty of light around the area. Football stadium right next door. Swinging strike. Looked like a change up there. 0-2. Weslaco, one thing I've found since I've covered them, always competitive in all sports. Credit to the coaching staff and the players and the community. Ball low. And fans enthusiastic no matter what sport you're covering. Again, Flores checking on the runner at second. Does have a lead off. Outside. Not sure if we'd see the runner go with 2 outs, but who knows. First time I've seen the team, so I don't know all the tendencies yet. Looks back at the runner a couple times. And that is going to be a called strike. So that will be that. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on base, 2 complete, and it is 2-0. Right now, the lead, Donna over Weslaco. Weslaco nowhere near out of it, only down by 2 as we now see the top of the third beginning. Donna coming to the plate. And I believe we're back to the top of the order, which would be Salinas. He's actually a lefty. Plays center field, walked and came in during that first inning. And that's going to be a strike. Next pitch, swinging strike. A little more heat on that one. Panthers just getting their season underway. Next pitch, changeup, fouled. 0-2. As we mentioned, struck out the side. Good ratio of strikeouts to walks in this game. 3-1. But Salinas, as we mentioned, only player to have walked tonight for Donna. High, 1-2. Again, may have wasted that pitch, I should say. See if he'd go for something out of the strike zone. Cavazos, an imposing figure out there on the mound. And that time, a swinging strike. Kind of a curve or slider looked like. And that is going to be the 4th consecutive strikeout for Cavazos. Struck out the last 4 batters he's faced. Now Rodriguez comes to the plate. He also scored in the first. That was the only inning, of course, any runs happened top of the first. Luke Rodriguez, left fielder. He got on as a result of an error, I believe, on the shortstop. But quickly he's behind 0-2. So after a little trouble with his command earlier, I know we mentioned coming into the third, we just heard he had thrown 42 pitches. Again, I think he is just getting stronger with his command as we go on. And that is a strikeout swinging. So 5 in a row struck out. And now, coming to the plate will be the shortstop, Eduardo Corral. First time up, he popped out to the first baseman. Swing. He got ahead of that pitch. So 0-1 with 2 outs. See if Cavazos can strike out the side for the second consecutive inning. That ball high. Corral hits the dirt. I wasn't throwing at him, though. Just lost a little bit of control of the pitch. 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's going to be popped up in the outfield. Going back. And is caught by the center fielder. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. That was an F8. We have now completed 2.5 innings. And it is a 2-0 lead for Donna Weslaco coming to bat.
Before Donna Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Donna Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Donna Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We are going now to the bottom of the third inning. Weslaco coming to bat. Anthony Flores still in there. No change in pitching for either squad. He has yet to give up a run. First pitch, swinging strike. And that was by Burkett. Second pitch also swung at. Josh Burkett, senior, playing right field. And that also will be another swinging strike. So 1 out here in the third. So, again, Flores really mowing him down. The last 6 outs for him have been strikeouts. Back to the top of the order. Shortstop Stone Gomez grounded out short to first to lead off the game for the Panthers. Just a freshman. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. So the first game, one of the reasons it was 13-4, appreciate the gentleman in the press box telling me that Stone hit a grand slam. So that's very impressive. A freshman hitting a grand slam in his first varsity game. I assume he didn't play as an 8th grader, right, on the varsity. So it's now 3-0. And I don't think we've seen Flores get behind like this at all. Obviously, we mentioned how he's been really accurate with the strikeouts. According to my count, I think he has 6, 7 of them so far, maybe 7. But maybe batter will get on this time. And that hits the corner, change up. 3-1. I believe 6 strikeouts, if I'm correct. That's going to be a called strike. So we go from 3-0 to now a full count. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Gomez stays alive. Where did Stone hit the ball? Left field? Yeah. Left center. I was just asking some of the gentlemen in the press box where that home run was. Of course, we did not broadcast the first game. Left center home run for Gomez. So an up-and-comer to keep an eye on. Oh, that just nicked the inside corner. And that is another strikeout. From my angle at first, it looked like it possibly could have been a ball, but again, I'm not down there. So that was actually a very, very good pitch, let's put it that way. I can't really blame Gomez for not swinging. So, again, another strikeout. At bat, Tamez. He struck out his first time. Aaron, a senior, playing center field tonight. Swinging strike. We'll see if all 3 outs for 2 consecutive innings for Flores will be strikeouts. Remember, a runner did reach last inning on an error. And there you go, a strikeout swinging. So once again, Flores strikes out the side. In the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We've played 3 complete. And right now, it is 2-0. Donna leading the Panthers.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
All right, we now will go to the top of the 4th. Donna at bat. And it's going to be the pitcher, Flores. Popped out to first his first time up. So we know he can pitch, that's for sure. Let's see how he can hit. Again, we mentioned he's a junior. Vince Cavazos. That's popped up. Out of play. 0-1. Again, a lot of strikeouts also for our Weslaco pitcher, Cavazos. Though we'll see this ball fly out. We'll see. Goes to the warning track. Right field. It's going to be a hit. So a double for Flores. Leading off the 4th inning. So we see that he also is good with the wood. Or actually it's not wood, but that's an old saying. Trejo coming to bat. Designated hitter got a single earlier in the game. Jonathan, his first name, senior, batting from the right side. Wind up in the pitch. It was low in the dirt, but Jonathan makes sure he tells Flores, don't try to run for third. They'll catch you. 1-0 the count. Next pitch. Strike, called strike. Vince Cavazos all the way so far for Weslaco. Nice pitch. Curveball caught the outside corner high. 1-2 the count. Again, as the game goes on, Vince has had good command of his pitches overall. That one low, though. 1-2. Catcher will go out now and talk to his pitcher. Might have something to do with strategy about the runner on base. Izzy De Leon, a senior, the catcher. So experience out there. 2-2 the count again. No outs. Anthony Flores, the pitcher for Donna, led off with a double. Foul. In and out of the catcher's mitt. 2-2. 12-0, by the way, we just heard. Lady Panthers leading next door in the first inning. That's quite a start. May see the mercy rule on that one. Outside, do you know who they're playing tonight? Falfurrias? Falfurrias. All right, that's who they're playing, Falfurrias. And they are leading 12-0 in the first inning, the Lady Panthers of Weslaco. Again, we can see the scoreboard from here. All right. Oh, that's a change up there, a curve. Curveball? Yeah, nice curve there. That was a nice curve that really found the mark. So that is a strikeout. So after the leadoff double, strikeout. And I believe we'll have the first baseman. That's right. Struck out earlier in the game, only at bat. Z. Jacob. Ball one. Jaime Pena, head coach of Redskin baseball. Talked to the staff beforehand. Going to be a wild pitch. Runner will advance to third. So 2-0 is the count. And of course, we saw the Lady Panthers have some big innings the other night. Scored in 3 consecutive innings. I believe they had 5 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth in the victory over Mercedes. Takes the strike, 2-1. Are his pitches basically change-up, curve, and fastball? Just asking some of the crew up here, more familiar with Cavazos. Oh, that'd be the curve right there, huh? Yeah, I think I've seen change-up once or twice maybe tonight. Again, we kind of chat back and forth during the game. The scoreboard crew, stat crew, official score. So that's sometimes who you hear me talking to. 2-2 the count. Fouled back. Batter stays alive. Again, 1 out. I'm sure if you're a Donna player or fan, wouldn't mind seeing a sacrifice here to bring in the run. Three errors by Weslaco so far. 2 for Donna. 2 hits by Donna, 1 by Weslaco. Pitch is high. Count is full. 3-2. One out so far. Ball fouled back. And correction, Leo Bocanegra at the plate. He's the third baseman. And he is going to strike out. So 2 outs. Runner still at third after leading off with a double and advancing on a wild pitch. 70 pitches so far. We appreciate that stat. Now Z. Jacob will come to the plate. And he did, as we mentioned earlier, strike out. We kind of flip-flopped a couple players. Bocanegra, by the way, on his first at-bat, popped out. And that's going to be a hard hit up the middle, hard shot up the middle. Will bring in the runner. Jacob singles. And Flores will score. Not a cheap hit. That was solid up the middle. So that will be the second hit of the night. Actually, third hit of the night for Donna. And they now move ahead 3-0. Two of those hits coming in this inning. J.J. Pena, who struck out first at bat, the right fielder, is up. Only other hit for Donna came in the first inning. Trejo, I believe, had it. That was in the inning when they scored the 2 runs. Both pitchers have had their share of strikeouts in this game, that's for sure. We'll see what the pitch limit might be tonight for Cavazos. Again, we just heard in the 70s now. Steps off the rubber, looks the runner back to first base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut. 0-2. Let's see if he can get another strikeout and end this inning with no more damage. I think I was told that if you get to 15 runs, you got to play at least 3 innings in girls softball. Again, Panthers scored 12, Lady Panthers in the first. A 1-2 the count. Beautiful evening for baseball. Wish we could have them like this all year. And that will be just out of the reach of the shortstop. So now we have runners at first and second. Pena with a single. Third hit of the inning. Coming to the plate, gentleman who struck out his first at bat, Elias Lara, just a sophomore, playing second base. Gets some instruction. Only one hit so far for Weslaco in this game. Chris Casares Jr. had a hit back in the first inning. Called strike. Again, runners at first and second. 1 run already in this inning. Here's the pitch. Swing. So good news there. Of course, after Lara, go back to the top of the order. Salinas would be up next. Swinging strike. And that, my friends, is the end of this half inning. So we have 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We've played 3.5. It is 2-0. We see Donna over Weslaco. Weslaco coming to bat, bottom of the 4th. So it's time for the bottom of the 4th inning. And we'll see if Weslaco can get a rally going. We talked about the young man who had the only hit of the game so far. Zazatis, and he is coming to bat the shortstop. And Chris, of course, a single in the first, got all the way to third. Reached third, actually, on an error. And this ball will be hit high, and it will be the center fielder running in. Had to come quite a ways, almost met up with the shortstop. But it is F8 to begin the bottom of the 4th. So next, Izzy DeLeon, the catcher, is next. He's done a nice job with his pitcher tonight. He's a senior. Now we'll see if he can get a rally going. All right, that was a hit. Looked from our angle, it was an out, but the ball fell in. So that's good news. So we have a runner on base. And see if we can capitalize. Second hit of the night. That ball tapped up high and out to the catcher. So 1 out, runner holds at first. Dylan Garcia now at bat. Third baseman. And of course that out was the first out in a long time that was anything but a strikeout by Anthony Flores. I believe he might have had like 8 consecutive outs by strikeout. I'll have to double check on that prior to that out. Other players had either gotten on or whatever. It wasn't 8 consecutive batters, but 8 consecutive outs. No pitch on that last one. If you're watching on K-West, the batter called time. 1-0 the count. Runner on first. Bottom of the 4th. Goes after some high heat, fouls it back. 1-1. Flores now ahead in the count 1-2 after that pitch fouled off. Four hits for Donna, only 2 for Weslaco. Both by Cesares. One in this inning. And he is off and running on the hit and run. Ball will roll to the shortstop. Long throw. Now ball down to third. Runner is safe. So out at first, runner advances to third. So nice move on the hit and run. Actually got the runner to third because he was on the move. But a ground out on the play makes it 2 outs. And Rodriguez now comes to the plate. Struck out his only appearance. Troy Rodriguez, a senior, playing first base. Runner leads off, pops it up. Catcher looks at it, but will go back into the stands. Right behind home plate, 0-1. Rodriguez has some size, also listed as a pitcher. Appreciate everyone joining us on the K-West broadcast. Swing. Oh and 2. One and 2. Opening game tonight, 14-3. Panthers winning. Stone Gomez, grand slammer in that game. And striked out. Swing and an out. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 4 complete, and it is 3-0. Donna over Weslaco.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Vince out there. Vince Cavazos had over 70 pitches, but looks like he still will be in there as we go to the 5th. And we see going to the plate. We'll take a look here. It's going to be the top of the order. It's all right. Top of the order. Tristan Salinas. And we have 78 pitches, I understand, so far. All right, Cavazos at 78 pitches as we begin this half inning. 79 on that one. And Salinas has walked and struck out so far. Leadoff hitter, not only in the inning but in the game. Tristan Salinas, center fielder. 0-2 is the count. We'll see if we can start off this half inning with a strikeout. And we do. Swinging strike. So, a nice way to begin. I have the line. I think he has 7, so 7 or 8. 9, okay. I'm just adding these up quick, so. Coming to the plate now is Rodriguez. One out. Luca Rodriguez, a senior. Left fielder, and grounds out to first. Unassisted, first baseman makes the out. Two outs. Coming to the plate. Corral. Flown out to center field, also popped out to first. 0 for 2 so far. Eduardo Corral, a senior. Fouls it back. And that's correct. It is 9 strikeouts. I had to take a moment to add them up. So 9 so far for Cavazos. Quite impressive. Probably be over 80 pitches after this half inning. Very close. 0-2 is the count. Popped up. Catcher running for it. Can't quite get there. Lots of space between the lines and the stands. The lines down to first base and down to third base. Expansive area to try to catch foul balls. Corral stays alive. Here's the pitch. And he is going to put it over the shortstop's head in the outfield. So he will get on base with his first hit. And that will be the 5th hit right now for Donna. Coming to bat will be their pitcher, Anthony Flores, who doubled and scored the last time he was up. And in the 3rd, also popped out to first. And he's had a lot of strikeouts too. He's probably approaching about 9 himself. I've got him with about 9 unofficially. Flies out. And that is out. F8. Center fielder slides to get it. And that is going to be the end of the top of the 5th. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And after 4.5 innings, our score is 3-0, Donna over Weslaco.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Inihosa, WISD was the right choice.
So we see Flores is still in there, and we'll see how many pitches he's going to go. We don't have his pitch count, I don't believe. Do we? All right, if we could have that, I'd appreciate it. 59, thank you. Anthony Flores has 59, and we know that Cavazos has to be around 80. 88, oh, right, even more. I knew he was in the 80s. So 88 for Flores after 5 innings, and going into the 5th, 59 for Flores. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Again, very, very good staff here at Weslaco at all levels, whether it be the coaching staff or people that work. And a lot of these jobs around here, people volunteer for doing things at the ballpark, and appreciate all their efforts. So let's see if Weslaco can get something going here in the bottom of the 5th. Bunt stance. Ball will be bunted, and third baseman will try to get down to first. Cannot. And we are going to have a leadoff single to begin the 5th inning. Bunt single. All right. Or was out? Was out. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see the angle. I didn't know if he got there or not. So it wasn't out. We appreciate that. But a lot of hustle. A lot of hustle on that play. Zeke Rodriguez coming to the plate. With 1 out. Jake Burkett on that ground out, by the way. Rodriguez struck out in this game, designated hitter. Senior. Besides designated hitter, can pitch or be outfield. Ball low. So again, Weslaco trying to get a rally, trying to get a sweep of this doubleheader after winning the opener 14-3. Outside, 2-0. Take a base runner any way you can get it. Use that good eye to get to the base. We don't know if Flores could be getting a little tired, maybe a little wilder. We'll have to wait and see. Hasn't thrown that many pitches yet, but still, we don't know his normal pitch count, and it is early in the season. That ball in the outfield for a single. Right side. Nice job. Placed it well. Rodriguez on base. So, we'll see if we can get things going. Josh Burkett next. Is that this Jake's brother? Okay. From football world. Jake Burkett, of course, I'm not sure how many tackles he had this season, but last season, in the 2019 season, led the team with 132 tackles right off the top of my head. One of the great linebackers, Jake Burkett, for the Weslaco Panthers. His brother Josh batting right now. Jake's also on the team, right? On the baseball team. That's fouled off. Josh is senior. So, athleticism runs in the family. Again, 1 out, runner on first. Just the 3rd hit of the night for the Panthers. Cesares has the other 2. Throw to first, close, but gets back there. Obviously, don't want to allow a runner in scoring position if you're the Redskins. Very close on that last play, but again, slid back in there. Ball is high. I wonder if that was kind of a pitch out to see if the runner was going. Then maybe a quick throw to first base to see if they could get him before he got back, or maybe get him on the way to second. Nevertheless, the count is 1-1. Runner is going this time. Pitch is swung it high. Batter was swinging to protect the runner, and the runner gets the stolen base. So Burkett down to second. Excuse me, Rodriguez down to second. Count is 1-2. Runner in scoring position. I haven't said that too many times tonight for Weslaco. And a swing and a strike. And that may be Flores' 10th strikeout of the night unofficially. So with 2 outs, back to the top of the order, Stone Gomez. And now we're going to have a trip to the mound and a little talk. They know what Stone did earlier. Maybe you want to be careful how they pitch him. I don't know if they would intentionally walk him or not. Because if you did, that would put the tying run at the plate. But they know what that young man can do. If you didn't hear earlier, he had a grand slam, the freshman did, in the first game. So far, he struck out, and to open the game, grounded out short to first. He can pitch too. He's just a 9th grader, at least on the varsity roster that I have. He and Ryan Everett are the only 9th graders on the roster. Everett, number 18, a pitcher and infielder as well. So again, 2 outs, runner at second. Curveball, strike, called strike. Again, Flores, his pitch count in the 60s. Gets ready. Here's the pitch. Ground down to third. Is it fair? Throw to first. And he is out. 5-3. So that will be the end of the inning. And in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 5 complete, and it is Donna leading 3-0 over the host Weslaco Panthers. And now Donna will open up the 6th inning. And coming to bat, it's going to be their designated hitter. And he has 1 hit tonight. And first pitch is going to be a ball. So we'll see how our new pitcher does. Jonathan Trejo is in there as a senior. So far, Weslaco, 3 hits and 3 errors. That ball will be tapped down to second. Quick throw. Runner is out. So out, 4-3. Nice job by the second baseman. Gomez getting that ball to first. Good athleticism, and we have 1 out. Coming to the plate. Leo Bacanegra, also a freshman. Fouls the ball back. Strike one. He's popped out to left field, also struck out. Next pitch, swinging strike. 0-2 the count. So we'll have to see if Flores comes back again. We saw the starter for Weslaco, Cavazos, go out with about 90 pitches. I'm thinking Flores is close to 70 right now, so depending on his pitch count, he may go a little longer, he may not. But he's done so well as far as keeping Weslaco off the scoreboard. I'm sure Donna would like to keep him in there to get their first win. That ball popped up, and the left fielder calls off the shortstop and the center fielder to make the out. Nice hustle to catch that ball, Burkett. So there are 2 outs. Call that an F7 if you're scoring. Wonder if people do much scoring at home anymore. I know they used to always say that when I watched the games. For people scoring at home, don't know if that's done much anymore. I know people staying in more, so I know a lot of people around the house. Let's hope that doesn't continue much longer. Z. Jacob coming up to bat, the first baseman. Nice job so far in relief by Rodriguez. 2-0. Got the first 2 batters out. See if we can get this batter out in a Weslaco rally in the bottom of the inning. Swinging strike. Looks like a curve. Does he have a similar pitch variety as our starter did tonight? The curve, and or we know much about him? What's that? Yeah, sidearm, because he's a sidearm pitcher. Yeah, we saw that. So it's a little hard to tell what the difference or the different pitches he throws are. 2-1 the count. Again, a little different delivery from this pitcher, because again, as we heard from the crew in here, sidearm. We see that obviously on our K-West video. Vinny Berry doing a great job with that again, obviously. So you can see the differences in the 2 pitchers tonight for Weslaco. That ball low, and that is going to be a walk. So Z. Jacob walks. Runner on with 2 outs. J.J. Pena will come up. He has struck out and has singled. He's the right fielder. So definitely want to try to end this half inning as quick as possible. Keep Weslaco in range of trying to do something in their last 2 at-bats. Again, as most high school games, is scheduled for 7. People listening out of town. Donna, of course, non-district opponent. They're 5A, right, if I'm correct? And they are located just down the road, though. About 1 exit down the road. As you drive down the highway, you see their football stadium, like at 1 exit, and then Weslaco goes on the next one just about. That is going to be a strike. Again, doubleheader today. A lot of people come for both games. Saw a lot of people here when I arrived for this game, so they were here early. Another strike. Let's shut the door on this half inning. Am I looking at 14 runs right now for the Lady Panthers across the way? It's 14 to something. I'm not quite sure. 14-0, okay. Lady Panthers are leading. It looks like it's the top of the fourth, or going into the bottom of the fourth, or currently top of the fourth, from what we see. Again, their stadium right next door. We'll be there tomorrow when they play Weslaco East. 6:30, first pitch. Again, count still 0-2. High, ball one. That ball will be tapped towards short. Shortstop has it. Throws to first. 6-3 is the out. And that retires the side here in the top of the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It is Donna leading Weslaco 3-0.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Going to the bottom of the sixth inning. Let's see if Panthers can get this together. And Aaron Thomas coming in. We'll try to get things going. Time is running out. Need to capitalize right now. Thomas, I believe, center fielder, struck out a couple times today, but of course Flores has struck out about 9 batters still in there. First pitch. Squares the bunt, then pulls back. Ball one. Try to get a hit any way you can. Only 3 so far for the Panthers. Cesares has 2. Zeke Rodriguez, the other one. Inside, ball 2. Weslaco just opening up their season today. Donna lost the opener 14-3 to Weslaco. Also lost an earlier game this season to Hidalgo 3-2. Called strike, 2-1. You know the team, of course, Weslaco is ready. Eddie Cerna, their longtime coach. Does he go back to the 90s, I think? That is a called strike. Always has his squads prepared. 2-2 the count. Flores has gone all the way. Anthony's first name. Outside. Full count. Very seldom has he gone to the full count today. Maybe only once or twice I can remember that in this game. Batter calls time. Again, Lady Panthers playing next door. I guess if I was here, I'd probably try to sneak back and forth to watch both games. Maybe sit up with some binoculars or something. Big fan of baseball. We've heard the fans in the background all night cheering on the Panthers. Donna fans here too. Appreciate them coming over. And that is going to be a walk. Ball 4. So maybe Weslaco is getting ready for a little rally. We'll see.
Coming back for your Panthers, number 9, Chris Casares.
All right, runner on first. Casares up to bat. Called strike. He has 2 hits in this game. 2 of the 3 Weslaco hits. 2 for 2. Trying to keep the runner close. Chris, a junior infielder, playing short tonight. Swinging strike. Some high heat. Again, this is a non-district game, but obviously you want to get the season off to a good start. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop goes in front of the third baseman. Calls him off at the very last second. And that is an out. Carell called off. Bocanegra to get the pop out.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 24, Izzy De Leon.
Izzy De Leon now up with 1 out. Runner still at first. Izzy popped out to the catcher after striking out on his first at bat. Another throw to first. Another close play. A couple times we've seen Donna close to catching the runner. But so far, not happened. Here's the pitch. Runner will make it to second. Steal. I don't think they'll call that catcher indifference. I think they'll call that a steal. So we have 1 strike so far against Izzy. Again, Donna leading 3-0. Same amount of runs they scored in the first game. Of course, that time, though, Weslaco scored 14. 1-1 the count. You hear someone yelling, Izzy, let's go, let's go. Izzy would get on that and put the tying run at the plate. 2-1 the count. Izzy staring down the pitcher. Like a curve there, strike. 2-2 the count. Scheduled 7-inning game. Foul tip. Count remains 2-2. Again, wind blowing. Still a very pleasant night for baseball. Ball in the dirt, but catcher's able to pick it up, throws to first for the out, but the runner advances to third. So the drop third strike. Out is made. 2-3. And we're going to have a conference at the mound.
Before Donna Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Donna Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Donna Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And coming to bat will be Dylan Garcia.
Batting for your Panthers, number 12, Dylan Garcia.
He's the third baseman. He's grounded out. Struck out. And he'll pop up on the first pitch from Salinas and pops out F8. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. We've played 6, going to the 7th. And right now, Donna holds their 3-0 lead. They scored 2 in the first and then 1 in the fourth. And basically that is a summary of what we've seen scoring rise here today. Again, now he's all fresh and doing the man with the plan tonight. Rafael Garsos also helping out as our on-site producer for K-West. We are here now in the top of the 7th. First pitch is fouled off. Bottom of the order. Lara up there. Elias Lara. Count goes to 1-1. He struck out twice today. Plays second base. Again, second inning for our reliever. That ball low, 2-1. Isaac Rodriguez. Sidearm delivery. Replacing our starter. Nice job for early in the season. Good control. We're talking about our starter here tonight. Vince Cavazos, unofficially struck out 10 through 88 pitches during his stint. Three and 1 the count. And that ball will be hit in the air and drop over the second baseman's head into center, short center. So Lara, after striking out twice, gets on base with a single. And that will be the 6th hit of the night for Donna. Back to the top of the order. The young man who just took over as pitcher in the last inning comes to bat. Walk and struck out twice. Now back at the plate. And now we'll have another out. Runner goes to second. So first out of the inning. Tristan Salinas, of course, we were talking about. And coming to the plate will be Rodriguez, Luke Rodriguez. Donna trying to get an insurance run here. Ball fouled back, strike one. Rodriguez looking for his first hit, I believe. Foul tip. Foul tip. Oh for 2. Outside. 0-2 the count. In the dirt, runner decides not to try and advance. 2-2. Batter crouching in the box. Another drop third strike, and this time I think the batter is going to make it. Yes, will make it to first. And the runner advances to third on the drop third strike. So runners on the corners with one out. Next batter, Eduardo Corral. He's popped out, flied out, and singled. Corral taking his time. Just want to make sure I know. Was the first batter, did he walk or get hit by a pitch? Hit by a pitch? Or got a hit? Got a hit. All right. Just want to make sure. Just trying to update my scoring. First batter got on a hit. I just want to make sure. I thought so, but I just want to make sure. Balk. All right, balk on that pitch, and so the runner will come in from third, and the other will advance to second. So first balk of the game. And that will make it now a 4-0 game if that. No balk, okay. Now a change. Umpires will change the call. So the runners will go back to first and third. Runners on a hit, and a drop third strike. First pitch to Corral, ball. Again, 1 out, top of the 7th. Infielders playing in. Called strike. Possibly anticipating a bunt. Now runner at second. Two and one the count. Again, no indication of any bunt, but the infield is in. 3 and one the count. Bags will be jammed. Of course, we knew what happened earlier today when that happened for Weslaco. Grand slam. Big hit in the opening game of the doubleheader by Stone Gomez. Ball fouled back. Full count. 3 and 2 with 1 out. Again, the shortstop Corral at bat. And it appears next door, maybe there was a mercy rule, but I see the scoreboard going off, so the Lady Panthers have been victorious next door. So chalk up another win this week for them. I know earlier they beat Mercedes. They were ahead in the first inning, 12-0. Sidearm pitch coming. Ball tapped back. Again, Isaac Rodriguez in for relief. Took over for the starter, Vince Cavazos. Weslaco knowing how important it is not to surrender any more runs. And that is going to be a walk. Loads the bases. All right, we're going to have a new pitcher, I believe.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlem Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Coming to bat, Trejo. I know he had a hit earlier in the game. I believe he's 1 for 3. He'll be batting now with the bags jammed. Jonathan, a senior, going against Zeke Rodriguez. Third pitcher of the game for Weslaco. First pitch outside, no room for error. Obviously, you wish you a walk, you force in a run. Obviously, a fielder's choice could bring in a run. There's a lot of options for Donna to try to pad their lead. And third base coach calls his batter over, give him some instructions. See if they play for some sort of sacrifice just to get another run in. He's going to free swing. We'll know in a moment. Tough situation for a reliever to come in early in the season, but up to the challenge there, throwing a strike. Called strike. Double play would be the best thing, obviously, for Weslaco. But any kind of out without a run coming in would be thankful. And there is the bunt, but it's fouled. So it's 1-2. You don't want to foul off another bunt because I believe just like in most levels of baseball, that would be an out. Again, you don't want them to build up much of a lead, especially if you haven't scored a run yet. It's going to be hard enough to get 3 in the bottom of the inning when you haven't scored yet. But you know you scored 13 in the first game, so you know your bats are capable against Donna. And there's a strikeout. So Zeke comes in, first batter he faces, strikes him out. Encouraging. Now, stepping to the plate. All right, actually, I guess we must have had a pitch hitter for Flores, and I wasn't sure of the number. I thought that was number 8. It wasn't, so this is actually number 8 now, Trejo. And that is going to be a called strike. The Redskins roster is not necessarily the same as the uniforms they're wearing. So that's caused a little confusion now when we get into substitutions. We got all the right numbers as far as starters go, but again, when it starts getting to reserves, it can be a little confusing today. That ball hit to the outfield. And it is going to be at least a double. Drops in there, goes to the wall, and it is going to be a double, and it's going to clear the base paths. So 3-run score on the double. Big hit by Trejo. Clears the base paths, gives him 3 RBIs and his second hit of the game. Increases the lead to 6-0. Still 2 outs. Leo Bacanegra coming up, the freshman. I believe he's looking for his first hit. He's been one of the strikeout victims of this game. third baseman. That's popped up towards center field. Center fielder comes in. Ball will drop in right in front of him. So base hit for Leo. Runners at the corners, still 2 outs. 3 runs already in. Three runs, 3 hits in this inning. Again, a total of 8 hits now for Donna. Swing. Runner heads towards second. And going to be out. So Montenegra is out, trying to run from first to second on the steal after that pitch. And in the inning, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 6.5, and it is Donna leading Weslaco 6-0.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And we see Ryan Everett coming up. And we mentioned him earlier, his pitch hitting. He is one of those freshmen, I believe. He is. Infielder and a pitcher. So he's going to get a chance to play, see what he can do. On the roster, again, he is one of 3 ninth graders. Julian Cesares is one of them. Chris, another one. I don't know if they're related, are they? Chris and, yeah, they're brothers. So 2 brothers. Yeah, Chris is a junior, and Julian's a freshman. So Julian's one of the freshmen on the team. Ryan's a freshman. And, of course, Stone Gomez, our freshman. Those are the 3 freshmen. And now the count is 1-2 against Ryan. Cazares, we mentioned the brothers. Two and two. Here's the pitch. And a strikeout. So 6 pitches so far and 2 outs for Salinas. 1 out in this inning.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 23, Nathaniel Perez.
Nathaniel Perez, another pitch hitter. He's listed as a catcher. He's a senior. So a lot of different people getting chances to play here for the Panthers here in the 7th inning. So is he not a senior? He's a junior. All right, correction on the roster. Listed as a senior, but just a junior. Make that correction here right now. Uh-oh, I got someone's cousin up here, so I definitely got to get that right. Don't want any family members mad at me. 1-1 the count. Well, just Nathaniel will know your cousin's looking out for you. I can tell you that right here. All right, foul ball. And we also got word right now, and appreciate it, that he played linebacker for the Panthers. So it might be a big part of the team next year. Got to do some replacements at linebacker. Burkett, Zamora, all those guys I think are gone, aren't they? And that is going to be tapped up, and it's just barely gotten by the second baseman. Almost thought that that might bloop in there for a hit. But Nathaniel makes the best of his at-bat. But that also is the second out of the inning. So we'll see if we get another pitch hitter. Yeah, Zeke will bat. Zeke Rodriguez.
Up
Who's
to bat
come
for
in
your
to pitch.
Panthers, number 32, Zeke Rodriguez.
But also is an outfielder, so we know that has the ability to swing the bat. He is listed as a senior. And we'll see if he can keep this game alive. If not, the Panthers will drop to 1-1 on the season, having won the opener of this game 13-4, opener of this doubleheader. And as far as Donna, they will go to 1-2, having lost to Hidalgo 3-2, and earlier today 13-4. Again, all this non-district action. Called strike. 1-1 the count. Want to thank everybody here today in the booth. Very helpful. Appreciate it. Both coaches on the teams for giving us all the needed lineups. Mina Garcia, our secretary at K-West, for getting us rosters and those type of necessary things. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, Vinny Berry, our videographer tonight. I think he'll also be our videographer tomorrow when we have the girls' softball game. Rafael Garsos, also our on-site producer for K-West. And of course, Carlos Robledo, the man in charge over there that allows us all to be on the air. And also Mike Palacios does a lot of the behind-the-scenes work setting up these games. So to all these people and the rest of the K-West staff, appreciate your efforts. And that is a called third strike, and that is going to be the end of the ball game. So once again, this doubleheader ends with Donna winning the second game over Weslaco 6-0. Again, I'll talk with you tomorrow night. I'm Scott Harrison from the girls softball game, 6:30 next door. Weslaco hosting Weslaco East. Stay safe. We hope you'll be a part of our viewing audience tomorrow. For the K-West staff, thank you, and this has been a K-West production.